The battlefield was quiet now, too quiet. Smoke curled from the shattered hulls of fallen warships, drifting through the red skies of Eltar 9. The air reeked of plasma and ash. Among the wreckage, something moved, something enormous. A creature lay there, its body broken across the ruins of a crashed dreadnought. It was winged, scaled like obsidian glass, with veins that pulsed faint blue light beneath the skin. One of its wings was shredded, the bone torn through the membrane, the other pinned beneath twisted metal. When it breathed, the ground shook. From behind a pile of debris, a small human figure approached, limping. The soldier's armor was dented, her visor cracked, her name tag barely legible. Lieutenant Mara Keene, Terran Recovery Corps. She had been searching for survivors when her scanner picked up a life form too large to be human. Her orders were clear: report any hostile biosignatures for orbital elimination. But when she saw the creature's eyes, vast, molten silver, filled not with rage but pain, she lowered her weapon. "Easy," she said softly, stepping over a fallen beam. "I'm not here to hurt you." The creature turned its head weakly. Its voice came not as sound, but as vibration through the air. "Human. You bring death." Mara winced but kept moving closer. "I bring medkits, not death." The monster's eyes narrowed, uncertain. Its breath rasped. "Your kind destroyed my sky." She looked up. The atmosphere was cracked with lightning where orbital bombs had split the clouds. "You're not wrong," she said quietly. "But right now you're bleeding out. Let me help, or you'll die." The creature's chest rose and fell like mountains shifting. After a long silence, it spoke again. "Do what you will, little light." Mara dropped her rifle and knelt beside the ruined wing. The heat from its body was suffocating. Black ichor, part blood, part coolant, oozed from the wound, sizzling where it touched metal. She pulled open her field pack and began working, hands trembling but steady. She cut through the debris with a plasma saw, freed the pinned wing, and applied nanofiber sutures to the torn flesh. Her medical bot struggled to recognize the alien tissue, so she reprogrammed them manually, using neural patterns she barely understood. Sweat streaked her face. Hours passed in silence, broken only by the hum of machines and the slow rumble of the creature's breath. When she paused to rest, she spoke, mostly to herself. "Back home I used to fix bird wings. Found them after storms. Couldn't stand seeing anything that was meant to fly stuck on the ground." The creature's massive eye focused on her. "Why help me?" "Your kind calls mine monsters." She wiped oil and blood from her gloves. "Maybe we are. Maybe I'm just trying not to be." It studied her for a long while, then lowered its head. "My name is Sereth. I was guardian of this world. You destroyed what I was sworn to protect." Mara swallowed hard. "Then let me start fixing what I can." Days passed. She built a camp beside him, using wreckage to shield them from acid rain. Every day, she repaired more of his wing, stitching sinew, grafting synthetic struts, feeding him rationed energy cells to keep his biocore stable. She spoke to him about Earth, the oceans, the blue skies, the smell of rain. He told her of Eltar before the war. Crystal forests, rivers that glowed in moonlight, flocks of living fire drifting across the night sky. Each story sounded like morning. On the seventh day, when she touched his wing to check the sutures, the membrane twitched. He flexed it experimentally, and a deep tremor ran through the ground. "You did this," Sereth said, astonished. "You mended flight." Mara smiled faintly. "Just fixed what was broken." He turned his gaze skyward. "Your machines still circle above. They will return to finish me." "Then I'll stop them," she said, standing. "You are one against many." "I'm human," she said simply. "We make impossible a habit." Hours later, the Terran strike fleet arrived. Their scanners locked onto Sereth's biosignature. Command hailed her. "Lieutenant Keene, confirm hostile contact." Mara hesitated. The words burned her throat. "Negative," she said finally. "No hostiles detected." The commander's voice sharpened. "Lieutenant, the readings are wrong," she snapped. "He's not a target. He's wounded. He's alive." Static filled her headset. "You're compromised, Keene. Extraction team inbound." Sareth's massive head lifted. "They come for you. They come for you," she said grimly. "But I'm not letting them take another thing worth saving." She climbed into a wrecked turret and rerouted its power core, overloading the magnetic array. A beacon of interference flared into the sky, jamming the fleet's targeting systems. Missiles streaked down, but their guidance failed, detonating harmlessly in the clouds. When the smoke cleared, Sareth's wings unfolded fully for the first time. Their span blocked out the dying sun. "Mara," he said, voice like thunder through rain. "Come." She stepped back. "What?" "You healed my wings. Let me repay it." He lowered one vast claw. She climbed onto it, gripping the rough scales as the wind howled. With a single beat of his wings, the world fell away. They soared through the storm, leaving behind the ruins of war. High above the clouds, Mara laughed, the first real laugh since the war began. Sareth's voice rumbled through the air. "Your hands are small, human, but they carry great power. Gentle hands fix more than weapons ever could," she said, smiling into the wind. Later, when the historians of two worlds searched for the beginning of peace, they would mark this day, the day a soldier chose to heal instead of kill, and a monster chose to fly instead of hate. And high above the scarred planet, a dragon and a human vanished into the light, proving that even in a broken galaxy, mercy still had wings.